Hi, it's Ramona, Patchwork Fabric. We're gonna do another block for our follow along. It was kind of block of the month, but I usually get antsy toward the end of the month, so this is our fourth block. So far we did our 4 patch in January, and then we did half square triangle, and we did rail fence. Now mine are not exactly the same size yet because I haven't trimmed them down. I've just kind of trimmed off the raw edges, but when I get ready to put it together for a quilt, I'm going to trim them so that they're the same size. So those are the ones we've done so far, so I'll move those out of the way. And today we're going to do a 9 patch, and it's similar to the 4 patch. It's just more patches, more squares. So I started with 3.5 inch squares, and that's a different, that's for another day. So I started with 3.5 inch squares, and so we started, you put them in rows, and so 3 together, and then 3 together. I got these, sorry. So that's the way we do. And so then when we press, we usually press to the dark side or whatever, but when you're sewing in rows like this one, sew them all that way, and this row, sew them all that way. This row, sew them all that way. That way, when you get ready to sew them together, you've got your little nesters so that they nest together, and then you'll do your 1/4 inch seam there. So that's why when you're pressing, did I say pressing or something? Anyway, press one way, press the other way, press this way. And then you will sew, you'll line them up, and they should nest together nicely, hopefully. And then your lines will match. And you'll sew there, and then you'll sew your other stitch. And then, once they're together, you've got them all nested and sewn, and then press neatly, you'll have a 9 patch. And my fabric is not directional, so just be careful if you have directional fabric, which way your fabric, the design on your fabric's going. You can do any size. My square started at 3.5, and when I trim this down, I think it'll end up being about a 9.25, 9.5, but we'll just see. When I get them all done, we'll go with one size, and then we'll put them together. You can do multiple 9 patches and then just put them together. People put sashing between them, or you can put a block and then like a big block of some kind of print. Oh, I think I have, it's not a 9 patch. Hang on, Doug. This is what I'm talking about, only it's a 4 patch instead of a 9 patch. But, we've got our patch square here. And then if you have some fabric that has big design in it that you don't want to cut all my cats up or whatever, you could do that. This is sashing in between your blocks. I know some of you don't know the terms. We'll get to that another day. Right now we're just making blocks. And when we get ready to put it together, we'll get to borders and sashing and all that stuff. But you've already, you're already doing enough blocks. You could put them together for a quilt. It's that easy. All right. Thanks for following along with us. Have fun.